Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to the Friday Wrap for April 24th. Thank you for joining me again today. I'm filming today from Global Luxury Imports along County Line Road because of their open house, which I'll tell you more about at the end. But just what an incredible showroom it is. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, matter of fact, we do it just for some inspiration amongst the team in my company. As far as news around the village, this week I attended the National Republican Hispanic Association meeting that was held in Elmhurst at Diplomat West. The featured speaker was the Lieutenant Governor, Evelyn Sanguinetti, of Latino descent herself, as well as many other of the politicians and business leaders throughout the county and in some cases statewide. They also attending was the chairman of the State Republican Party, Tim Schneider, as well as Darlene Rossetti, who heads up the one for DuPage County, as well as Vice Chairman Brian Krajewski and a host of other people. It was just very educational and a great story about their goal to attempt to preserve liberty, preserve independence, and amongst the Hispanic community. And it's been a great message, been around for a number of years. I'll tell you more about that. Perhaps I'll even feature that one week. Around the village, St. Mark's Coptic Church was at the village this week, meeting with officials to ask for if it'd be okay to upgrade the brick they're going to be using on the outside. Instead of brick, they're going to be switching to a less porous stone, and it's going to look even better than originally projected. Now that project has gone from an $8 million project to a $12 million project, but they actually hope to be in it by October or November. This week, I also attended the Spring Hill Suites grand reopening. They invested over $2 million for that. As you can tell by the pictures, the rooms have been upgraded, as well as the lobby. It reminds me more of a Aloft hotel or Hilton Garden Suites. Excellent place. And I'm very appreciative that they're investing in Burr Ridge, and I'm sure they'll do very well as a result of it. I also attended this week the second annual Mayors for Manufacturing Summit that was held at COD, College of DuPage. It was hosted by TMA, the Technology Manufacturing Aligned Association that has a government relations committee that's headed by Burr Ridge resident Zach Model, who's also on the Economic Development Committee. We also had a speaker from the Illinois Policy Institute that gave us a great education about the mass exodus of businesses leaving Illinois for Indiana, Wisconsin, Michigan. It's just shameful, some of the things that have been happening, but they give us great education as to why that's happening and what kind of things that the mayors and the residents and the voters can do to help stave off that tendency and to get more business back to Illinois. In addition, this week, I was at the Sticks and Stones this week. They had an incredible build-out, incredible progress on that restaurant that's located right next to Starbucks. You can see some pictures down below the text, as well as in this film. And they hope to be opening probably within a month. But I met one of the owners out front who insisted I take a tour. Incredible. That place looks beautiful. I can't believe how fast they were able to build that out. I want to also update you from last week on a very unfortunate note. The motorcyclist that I reported to you last week on I-55 did not live. He passed away shortly after getting into the hospital. It's still unclear as to whether or not he was entering onto I-55 on his motorcycle or if he was actually parked on the side. I was still waiting for the report on that. But his name was Daniel Dacanay, D-A-C-A-N-A-Y of Chicago. He was only 30 years old. If I get any additional information, I will inform you about that. There are, as of 3 days ago, the investigation of possible DUI charges are still pending against the 43-year-old driver of the Chevrolet Impala SS that hit the motorcycle right in front of the Quality Inn and not too far away from my building. On a personal note, this weekend my daughter's school, University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, actually qualified for conference. They'll be playing in Purdue, so I'll be heading down there. But before I leave, I got to show you this place. They had over 200 people here on Saturday night, and actually they sold 3 cars on Saturday alone throughout this facility. But this is just a small portion of it. Take a look at this. Over in the main garage area, which if you add in the repair facility and the wash bays, as well as the lifts that are back on the other side of the building, you have almost an entire football field under one roof. There are all kinds of cars, really ranging probably from $30,000 or $40,000 to as much as $527,000, I believe, one of the Rolls Royces I was just told was. What you're seeing right now, I believe, is the Ferrari Italia, but I'm not sure that there are people that are. It's kind of neat. I met some young boys over at Elm School one time who know these cars, models even better than I do. Not surprising. But thanks again for joining me. Thanks again for joining me for the Friday Wrap. Hope you have a great week, and please be sure to let me know what's going around the village. Feel free to send me an email, and thanks again for joining me.